I made hella money trading meme coins, but if I lost it all today, in this video, step by step, I'm gonna teach you how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars from scratch. If you're here to actually make money, then lock in until the end and change your life right now. To start making money from meme coins, you just need these 5 things: Twitter, Telegram or Discord, AxiomTrade.io, your Phantom wallet, and an exchange to buy Solana. That's it. However, you need to know how to use it correctly, otherwise you're just gambling, and the odds are not in your favor. Let me walk you through it step by step. Let's start with Twitter, your #1 research tool. Now listen, finding the right accounts to follow on Twitter usually takes forever. However, I did your homework for you and put a list of accounts that actually matters. They're gonna appear on your screen right now. Just take a screenshot and later after this video come back to it and follow every single one. Also, later on in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to add every single one of these accounts directly into your trading platform. That way, as soon as an important tweet drops, you're gonna be one of the first people to buy the coin. The first step of your setup is setting up your Phantom wallet. Once you click the link in the description, you're going to be redirected to this page. It is very important that you check the URL, and it's actually phantom.com, not phantom.shop, phantom.io. Phantom.com is the only original version, so now in the top right corner, you're going to click download and choose Chrome. Now all you gotta do is just download the extension and add the extension. That's it. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. Once you downloaded the extension, your Phantom wallet can now be accessed through this puzzle tab in the top right corner of your browser. You click that and click Phantom. Now let's create a new wallet, because I'm presuming you don't have a wallet. And here you can either continue with email or create a seed phrase wallet. It doesn't really matter. So now we're gonna set a password. Done. Now this is your seed phrase. It consists of 12 random words, and you gotta keep it in a really safe place, preferably on a piece of paper, because anyone that has access to your seed phrase can access your money. Do not just take a photo of it, because if someone steals your phone, they can potentially steal your money, and you don't want that to happen. After you save your seed phrase, you press continue. Here you obviously create a random username. Your Phantom wallet is fully set up. However, we need to get money to the Phantom wallet to start trading. This can be done through any cryptocurrency exchange that is available in your area. So the first step of sending money to your Phantom wallet is copying the Solana wallet address in your Phantom wallet. After copying the wallet address, we head over to our exchange. Just for you guys to see how it works, I'm gonna buy 70 euros worth of Solana, which is gonna give me 0.32 worth of Sol. Boom, now we have our Solana. Now all we're gonna do is click withdraw and paste our wallet address that we just copied from our Phantom wallet. Select Solana network, select the amount and press withdraw. As you can see, our Solana has arrived, and the next step is setting up your trading platform, which is Axiom. Axiom is the best platform for trading meme coins on Solana. First of all, it has the lowest gas fees. Second of all, it has a lot of useful tools like wallet tracking, Twitter tracking, and etc. And also it's the fastest tool out there, so I don't see any reason not to use it. After clicking the link in the description, you're going to be redirected to this page where you're going to click sign up in the top right corner. Here you just enter your email, and I would greatly appreciate if you could enter my invite code VaultBoy in the bottom section, just like this. After you set up your password, you're going to be given your Axiom seed phrase. The concept is exactly the same like in Phantom. Just keep it on a piece of paper in a safe place and don't share it with anyone. And now all that's left to do is you just copy your Axiom deposit address and send your Solana from your Phantom wallet to your Axiom account. So you just press copy address, head back to your Phantom wallet, press send Solana, enter how much you want to send, and paste your wallet address here. Okay, we have our Solana in the wallet. Now we click the polls tab and see all these coins in front of you. What do I buy? Let me just start by saying that 99% of these coins are shit. If I just start randomly buying the coins I find funny, like for example, I find this parrot very funny. He's very goofy. I'll buy 0.5 Sol worth of this parrot. In 5 minutes, I'll probably lose like 60 or 70% of my money, because nobody gives a fuck about this parrot. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong and this parrot is actually a community-driven coin with a really good narrative, but so far it's just a fucking parrot, guys. So how do I actually not fall for the parrot trap? Actually, there's a lot of parrots coming on. Maybe there's something here that we can make money from. Because in meme coins, if you see that a random narrative starts popping up all the time, something's cooking, guys. So okay, let's keep a watch out for the parrots. But now let's talk about how to find a coin that will make you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It needs to have hype around it, and for you to have hype around it, many credible Twitter accounts should be tweeting about it. So the first step is tracking Twitter. In Axiom, you can actually do it without leaving this polls tab over here, which gives you a huge edge over the others. So right now I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. You head over to the trackers section, and on the right side you see Twitter alerts. Add Twitter handles and just add all the Twitter accounts that you care about. I don't know, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Solana. I'll just show you an example of Elon Musk. We add his Twitter account here, and now the real game changer. We open the polls tab and then click on X Twitter on the bottom tab here. And this is a game changer because you can scan all the meme coins here in the poll section and at the same time scan all the valuable updates from Twitter. Another valuable trick to find huge meme coins is Google Trends. So the meme coin space is based on trends, on hype, on trends, and rarely on utility. But we're going to talk about that later. So we just open up Google Trends and set your location to USA. Then you set the time frame for the past 4 hours. And if you set the region to the US, as I said, and you're not in the US, you gotta make sure it's not nighttime in the US because the trends are not going to be very valid if it's like 4 a.m. So here the category doesn't matter. And here you just sorted by the number of requests. Taylor Swift is second. I'm not surprised. Completely ignore all the sporting events because football games happen every day. So from all the trends I can see here in front of me, this one catches an eye, this unfortunate event catches an eye, and also the rate cut catches an eye because first of all, the amount of requests is quite substantial. But first, to understand if these trends are even worth looking into, we have to read some credible tweets regarding them. So just use it as an indicator for now. And if you see any of these things in your polls tab and Axiom, we're going to give them a second visit. As we can see, the volume at the moment is all right. It's not ideal. I personally measure the volume by the amount of coins migrating. So if you see coins migrating all the time, that means the volume is good. If you're a complete beginner, I just recommend, especially if the volume is not that great, I recommend looking into the migrated section because the coins in the migrated section already had enough buyers to get there in the first place. Of course, if you try to quickly flip a new coin, a new pair section coin, then if you do it successfully, the chances of your profit increases because the market caps of the coins in the new pair section are usually much lower. However, your risk increases as well. So if I were you, on the beginning stages, I would focus on the migrated section, get a grasp of it, and then move to the new pair section. Okay, so when you're in the polls tab, you see these little buttons that I'm going to explain to you right now. This little blue person icon is the coin's Twitter account. So when you press on it, you're going to be redirected to the coin's Twitter. This magnifying glass right here basically enters the contract address on X, on Twitter, and just searches for this contract address throughout Twitter. Now the indicators. This tab, for example, is the top holders. How much of the supply do the top holders own? The lower, the better, because if it's, let's say, like 80% and all of them decide to sell at once, the coin is fucked, and you don't want that to happen. Then this tab here is pretty much how much the dev owns. So if the dev sold, it's going to be 0. Then this is the snipers. The snipers are the people that bought the coin in the first block. So the first transactions basically are the snipers, and we can see that here 76% of the whole supply was bought by snipers. So this is a bit too much. These are the insiders, pretty much the wallets to which the dev sent some of the supply. You don't really need to worry about this one, but just use it as an indicator. If it's too high, then it should give you a red flag. Sometimes when people see a really good coin, but for example, the top 10 holders own, let's say 45%. They don't buy the coin, but I think that's wrong, to be honest. Like, okay, you should always do your own research, but you should never judge a coin only by one of these indicators. Of course, if all of them pile up into a huge red flag, then you should be careful. However, if just one of these indicators is a bit off, it does not necessarily mean that the coin is shit. As I previously said, 99% of these coins are bullshit. So now I'm going to teach you how to avoid some of the rugs. So first you click on filters here in the new pair section and unselect all of these protocols and select only Pump Fun. Pump Fun is the safest protocol out there, and through all of these other protocols, the chance of you being scammed is extremely high. It's much higher than the Pump Fun. So then you click apply. The next step is analyzing the Twitter icon. As you can see, here we have a blue Twitter icon, and here we have an orange Twitter icon. The orange Twitter icon means that the Twitter username has been changed, which is almost in 100% of the times is a scam. Never ever buy coins with orange Twitter logos. In just these 2 steps, you're going to eliminate hundreds of rug coins. But does it mean that all of the other coins that are left here are good? No. It doesn't. This brings us to the next step of spotting patterns in wallets. And to do that, you need to track these wallets. And of course, this feature is also available on Axiom. So we click the trackers and now simply click on add wallet. You paste the wallet address here, name it, and save it. How do you actually find these wallets to track? So the first method is successful coins. Let's find a coin that performed really well, Chill Guy for example. And now on the top traders tab, we can see all the wallets that made hella money from Chill Guy. Most of these wallets are not actually traders. Most of these wallets are insiders. Most of these wallets are bundlers. However, there are some actual legit traders. So let's just click on this wallet, for example. Here we can see all the account history, the trades, P&Ls, and as we can see, lately he has not been doing so well, but just as an example, we can copy his wallet address and add it here as chill guy. Now his wallet is added, and as we can see now, we can see all of his trades, all of his action. This guy is pretty active, not gonna lie, so I'm gonna mute him for a bit. However, you get the concept. Now, here's where we separate the winners from losers. My custom filter strategy. Here's my exact framework that filters out 99% of the garbage and leaves only the coins that matter. It revolves around three things: environment, narrative strength, and asymmetrical upside. Environment means checking the market volume and identifying the leading narrative. For volume, the only thing you need for volume is to check how often the coins are migrating. The more they migrate, the more the volume. For leading narrative, you just need to understand what coin captures all the attention. When Trump coin, for example, launched. When it launched, all these little coins around it also launched to ride the wave. Like, for example, Melania, the Cuba coin, the Argentina coin. All of them were just riding the wave. Right now, there is no dominant coin. There is no coin that dominates everything, which means that there are a lot of random, low-quality launches. So the narrative strength asks one question. Why would anyone buy this coin in the first place? Strong narratives fall into three categories: tech coins, culture coins, and news coins. Some random community coin with like zero narrative has zero strength behind it, to be honest. And if you think about it, there's no realistic event that would pump it. Compare that to something like Italian rot coin. We all know these Italian brain rot characters like Lirili Larila. Probably nobody knows this one except me. Bombardiro Crocodilo. Everybody knows Bombardiro Crocodilo. 4 months. That was everywhere. That was dominating TikTok, Instagram, everything. And when the meme coin dropped, it was logical that it's gonna hit a decent market cap. However, if you have this community-driven inside friend joke cat that was named Bob or something like that, nobody gives a fuck about Bob the cat. Like, who cares about Bob the cat? And even if the picture is funny, if you have a website, if you have a Twitter, nobody gives a fuck. I mean, sometimes coins like Bob the cat, they pump like something like 1 in 1,000, and it's just gambling, like complete gambling. So I would advise you to stay away from coins like that. This brings us to the third filter strategy, asymmetrical upside, which means finding the price range of similar coins and comparing to the coin that you're looking at the moment. So similar coin to Brainrot was something like Chill Guy, for example. In my opinion, Italian Brainrot coin had even more potential than the Chill Guy. However, Chill Guy just dropped at the right time. If Italian Rot was relevant like 4 months before Chill Guy, I personally think it would be double the market cap. When Italian Rot was sitting at 1 million market cap, and if you had a look at the peak of Chill Guy, you would know that Italian Rot is massively underpriced. The narrative and the hype is worth much more than the current price. So if you see that the coin is underpriced, if it passed all the checks from earlier on in the video, you can take a shot, but only invest money you can afford to lose. If you find a new coin and you think that it's worth buying, risk only 5% of your entire bankroll. If you invest too much in one play, you're gonna be emotionally driven. You're most likely gonna panic sell as a result and lose all your money on gas fees. Let's say you bought a coin and it pumped. It made like 5x. As soon as the coin pumps even 50%, you always take out your initial investment. Always. Because after that, you're just gonna be playing with house money. And psychologically, that's completely different. You're gonna stop caring, you're just gonna execute pretty much. Remember, a most powerful platform or strategy alone will not make you profitable. You need to beat the competition. Stop buying these shitty community coins. Start hunting quality. I hope it helped, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is all about money, cars, and self-improvement. So if you're into that, subscribe and you won't regret it. See you in the next video. Bye.